Today, I have cleaning business expert Debbie Sardone with me. She is the #1 residential cleaning business academy expert in the world. Now, this lady who's right here with me, well, virtually right here with me, actually trains cleaning business owners how to grow their business. And she owns the largest residential maid service in the Metroplex, serving Flower Mound, Louisville, North Dallas, all over North Texas, really. Right, Debbie? All over North Texas.
Absolutely. We print all over North Dallas.
I love it, Debbie. We are so concerned about this coronavirus in real estate and open houses. Welcome to Candy's Dirt. I bet your business is crazy busy right now. And I also have to just tell you all that there is a little bit of a sort of real estate relationship here. Debbie's son is none other than Debbie Sardone, who we've written about so much on Candy's Dirt, who's one of the foremost home builders and remodelers in Dallas. So kind of all in the family here on Candy's Dirt. We love it. This is exciting.
It's such a coincidence because when you called me and you were talking about cleaning to help your realtors prepare the home for showings, and you didn't put the name together, you just found me as a cleaning business expert. And then I said, by the way, do you know my son, Debbie Sardone of Sardone Construction? And you're like, oh, that's the connection.
Absolutely. Well, I told Debbie earlier when we talked, I said, this all kind of came about because I visited my auto dealership last week and saw that they had cleaned everything and they had taken out all the magazines and newspapers. And I was like, well, where'd they all go? They said, well, we're not bringing them back because and I don't know if you do their cleaning or not, but they were told no magazines, no newspapers in the waiting room because they don't want touchy. They want to minimize the touch areas, high touch areas for their clients. So of course I'm going, we need to do this in our open houses because yes, we can do virtual tours, and we are doing virtual tours. And I've got a guy who sold a house that they haven't even walked in it. But we still, I mean, if I'm buying a house, I want to look in that house. I want to see it. So Debbie, what do we tell realtors to do to keep their homes clean with these open houses?
You know, this is such an important time. I really feel like in the cleaning industry, especially, people need us more now than ever. You know, we used to, and I've been in this industry for over 39 years. I tell people I started the business when I was age 10. But
that's right, you're 5.
I've been in the residential cleaning industry for over 39 years, coaching and consulting residential cleaning business owners for over 14 years. And I think most of us have viewed cleaning as a luxury. Yeah. It's something you do to make your home look pretty, feel good, and smell good. Right. And I think more than ever, we're finally realizing the role that cleaning plays in society to keep people healthy and safe. And I take that responsibility stronger more now than ever. And I think the realtors, the homeowners, and the guests who will be coming to see the home, because I agree with you, you can do a virtual tour online, but you got to see, touch, and feel a home before you know this is the one for me.
Yes.
And how do we put buyers' minds at ease and sellers' minds at ease when they're thinking about people coming into their home? And so we put together a high-touch checklist that we can give free to realtors. And we've actually created a certificate that for the realtors that hire our cleaning company, Buckets and Bows Maid Service, because we're out in the Louisville area, for realtors that hire us to do the cleaning and sanitizing, we actually have a certificate that we've created to hang on the front door or put in the foyer to let people know this home has been sanitized for your safety and protection, all the high touch areas. Mm-hmm. So I put together a list of things that I thought, this is what guests touch when they come to your home. Mm-hmm. These aren't things they use, right? They're not taking a shower, but they're opening the shower to peek in and they're touching the handle. Mm-hmm. So we put together a list, and realtors can use it. They can hire a service and require that they follow this list, or they can just give it to their homeowners as a guideline of some simple things they can do to take additional precaution during this difficult time.
I love it. And so, that's good for the seller as well as the homeowner too. It puts their mind at ease.
It's important for both, because it doesn't matter how clean your home is. If the visitor who's going to walk through your home doesn't know that you've taken the time to sanitize the surfaces they'll be touching, it doesn't matter that you did it. If they don't know, they won't have the peace of mind.
Right.
And so it's really important to communicate to your buyers that this home has been sanitized, or this client, this seller has agreed to sanitize these areas between every showing. And it's very simple. Doesn't take a lot of time, but it certainly takes some attention to
Yeah.
detail.
Yeah.
So the first thing I wanted to share is when it comes to cleaning, normal household cleaning should be done with an all-purpose cleaner, right? We clean with green cleaning products from the Speed Cleaning line, which is a brand I own. And that's normal cleaning. But when you disinfect, it's different. And so I brought some hospital grade disinfectant, little hard to find on the grocery store shelves.
Yeah.
My cleaning company
Well,
will
there's
yield.
nothing there anyhow, so you know.
There's nothing there anyway, but my
Yeah.
cleaning company, which is busy trying to serve the public right now,
Right.
if a realtor wants a bottle of disinfecting spray, we'll give it to them for free.
Oh,
But find some hospital grade disinfectant, and many of the homeowners actually already have this in their home. So that's really critical. And the thing to remember, and this is kind of good news, I hate to say it in the era of bad news, the good news is viruses are easier to kill with cleaning disinfectants than bacteria.
yeah.
And so
Interesting.
when you read the label on a bottle before disinfecting any surface, it will tell you the dwell time that is required in order to to kill the virus. And in most cases, it's 90 seconds. So you know how most of us clean? We spray and we wipe. We spray and we wipe. That's the wrong way to disinfect.
Let it sit on there for a while.
Exactly. You
Coat
need to
it.
spray the surface, like the faucets and so forth. Or if it's a doorknob, you can't spray the surface. It'll drip all over the floor. You can with a towel underneath the doorknob, or you can use sanitizing wipes.
Yeah.
But spray the surface, let it dwell for 90 seconds, or wipe the surface if it's the alarm panel or the thermostat buttons. Wipe the surface with the disinfecting wipe and let it dwell for 90 seconds before wiping it clean or dry. That's the first step in properly sanitizing. The other thing that you need to know is if you are using those sanitizing wipes, by the third doorknob, you're actually doing more harm than good.
Oh, I'm sure they're probably dirty already, right?
They already are contaminated. So wipe a doorknob, toss it, or flip it over. Wipe another doorknob with a fresh one, toss it. So you don't want to clean 3 doorknobs and all the handles in the house with one sanitizing wipe if that's what you're using.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with a towel. Spray the item that you're disinfecting for the dwell time, hold it for the drips that are coming off of it. But when you wipe it, make sure you keep turning the towel, that you have it folded into 8 sides so that you always wipe with a fresh, clean side.
Now, that's something that I've noticed a lot of mistakes are made in cleaning. And I've even noticed that in hotel rooms, it's like, oh my God, get a fresh towel for God's sakes, and then wash that in Clorox, right?
Yeah, cross-contamination is a thing, and you can avoid that so easily by having a nice big jumbo stack of towels when you do your cleaning instead of one towel you're going to try to do all these things with. That's one thing. The other thing is, do not store those clean towels in the same caddy where you're throwing the dirty ones in because of cross-contamination.
Yes.
Don't store them in the same caddy or in the same bag. And then the last thing, when you wash your towels, make sure you use the sanitizing cycle on your washing machine, which heats the water to 160 degrees, add a little bleach, and you're golden for cleaning your towels.
Perfect.
Do you want to talk about the things that are high touch areas that need to be disinfected?
I would love to, because I think that a lot of us don't realize that when you are bringing someone in the house to look at it, you might put booties on them, or something, but they're going to want to touch the house, and it may not be the same areas that we clean regularly. Isn't that true?
Exactly. In fact, even if you hire a professional maid service, most of them are not cleaning, let alone disinfecting these high touch areas. It's just not a part of their regular routine. So the homeowner can do this and alert the buyers when they come for showings that these things have been cleaned. And these are the things that the visitors will touch. So think about it. The doorknob on the outside of the home,
on the outside,
the doorknob and the doorbell button. Wipe it with the sanitizing wipe.
The door ringer outside. Wipe
the
that.
door ringer.
Yes.
all of the light switch plates, because people are flipping on lights to see the beautiful room.
Including the agent, because agents always go in and they want to turn all the lights on to let everyone see how light and bright the house is. So that's
Exactly.
Mhm.
The other thing, I forgot to mention this, is have a little sign and some sanitizing gels outside the door on
Outside.
a little stand or table that says, please sanitize your hands before entering the home.
Oh, yes, that's a good idea.
Here's what that does. It gives the visitor, the person who's about to walk through your home, the buyer, it gives them the peace of mind that other people have done this before they came through the showing.
And that the owner cares enough about their property to protect it. So therefore, they must have been taking very good care of their home.
Exactly. These steps, not only are they effective, they are a marketing message that says we're not careless, we care about you,
Yes.
and we're on top of this as best as we can so that we can all have a safe, healthy showing. That's really the message you're sending. Plus, it's effective. So have your sanitizing wipes outside with a little sign asking people to use it. You sanitize the doorbell, the front door knob. You also sanitize all the light switch plates. You want to clean and sanitize the cabinet drawer pulls. People open up cabinets to see how large the space is inside the pantry, or how smooth the doors open or the drawers open. So you want to sanitize.
Even like, the burners on the stove? Some people do that. They, turn the stove on to see if it works.
Yes, so the knobs on the stove, if people tend to turn those on, then absolutely. Where there's other things people wouldn't be touching, but absolutely if that's a pretty commonly touched area. The other thing is toilet flush handles. Sometimes people have to use the restroom, especially if you're showing a big house. Clean those toilet flush handles.
Oh, yes, that is wonderful. I am so big on clean potties. And not only do you do the surface, but you do the flusher because that's being touched. Exactly.
Everybody cleans the toilet. We get that, but almost nobody remembers to clean the flush handles.
Right.
Other thing
Great point.
is
Great
to
point.
clean and sanitize the alarm panel. That's the first thing a realtor does.
Yes.
They come into the home, they disarm the alarm, and so does everybody else. Clean the alarm panel.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't forget to sanitize the thermostat buttons in case they do have to lower the thermostat because it's been off and the showing is going to.
They're demoing it or something, especially like the ring one. Oh, look at this. We can turn it this way. We can turn it that way. Wipe that off.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then, of course, the garage door button, because everybody goes out in the garage, raises the button to go through the garage to look at the backyard. Right. Go ahead and sanitize that.
And the backyard, the door to the backyard too.
All doorknobs throughout the house, inside and out. For some people who still have a landline, and surprisingly, we see a lot of this, pick up the telephone receiver and sanitize that. And don't forget to sanitize the stair railing, especially if you have metal stair railing. Wipe down the stair railing. Everybody is touching it all the way up the stairs.
Yes. Yes.
Refrigerator handles. People grab the refrigerator handles. They peek inside to see what condition the refrigerator is in.
Yeah. Yeah.
The microwave handles. This is really important. You want to open it to make sure it looks like it's working. The light comes on.
Right.
And then the shower door handles. You don't have to clean the shower before they come if it's already been cleaned, but you do want to sanitize the handles because everybody's going to open the shower and peek in.
Right, exactly. And the refrigerator is a very good point because I know a lot of time buyers do peek into things, into under cabinets, because they want to see how carefully this home is kept. That's
how
an
big is the space? How big is the space? How clean is it? Is there anything broken behind this door?
A drip
so
under
they
the cabinet.
open it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And then, of course, faucets and handles, because you want them to wash their hands as soon as they enter and as soon as they leave. So let's disinfect or sanitize those faucets and handles. And then lastly, the trash can lid. People come in with a Starbucks of coffee or a bottle of water and they need to throw it away. They pick up the lid on the trash can, they throw it in if it doesn't have a foot stepper. And so clean the trash can lids.
Let me ask you this. Is it better to send people to the kitchen sink or a bathroom sink to wash their hands? Which is more sanitary?
I don't think it matters. Obviously, the kitchen sink is larger, but just make sure you have sanitizing soaps at all bathroom and kitchen sinks.
Good point. Good
Because
point.
you don't want people just to quickly wash their hands with water. Every sink that they might use should have the sanitizing, germ killing soaps.
Foam soap. Absolutely. Got it.
You know, here's what I want to say to realtors and home buyers and home sellers.
Yes.
This list isn't that long. There's 16 items on this list of things that people commonly touch. I'm going to add the knobs on the stove because I didn't realize people turn on your stove to test it out. I'll add that. That's number 17. That's less than 20 high touch points in your home. If you see other areas that are in your home that are not on this list, just add it. Like if you do have those chains that you pull to test to see if the fan blades are working on a ceiling fan, fine, add that.
Attic or something like that. Yes, absolutely.
You can literally post this list in the foyer of your home with a little checkbox that says every high touch point has been sanitized before this showing.
Right.
It truly does not take an hour to do this. If you have your little list, you go around the house, you, your family, your husband, your teenager, whoever.
Yeah.
And you run around the house and you say, we have a showing in 2 hours. Let's go sanitize everything. Buyers feel rest assured. You feel rest assured. And when everybody leaves, go back through and sanitize all of these touch points for your own family's safety.
Exactly. So do it before the showing and after the showing. Now, what do you feel about the feet and the floors and all that? I know people generally try to be careful. Do you think there's any possibility of tracking this thing in on your feet?
You know, I haven't heard that it's as easily transferred through feet, because generally when you walk with your shoes, right, when you're walking on a sidewalk from your car to the front door, you tend to kind of rub off everything that you picked up if you were at a gas station or in a public restroom. But it's never a bad idea to just have those little covering booties at the front door if you can get them.
Yeah.
If you can get shoe cover booties, might be out of them, maybe the janitorial stores have them. Some maid services might give you some. If you can get them, have them by the front door. And then secondarily, if you have some rubber gloves.
Yeah.
Non-latex rubber gloves that you could put by the door, and ask people to wear the gloves as they do the showing so that you don't have as much cleaning to deal with after.
Yeah, minimize the touch. Would you still go over it afterwards, even if someone was wearing rubber gloves?
I would, because I wouldn't know especially if I weren't home during the showing, I wouldn't know that they actually wore the rubber gloves.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't take a chance. And truly, these things, now in a large home, it's going to take longer because you have a lot more light switch plates than a small home. But in all likelihood, this would not take you an hour. If you have your list and you stay focused, you can do this in probably 30, 40 minutes.
I love that. This is great. Well, we're going to come back to you periodically and talk with you. I think there's a lot of angst right now in our whole world. We're all kind of learning to live with this and freaking out about it, but we are going to live with it. We're going to bust it, and we're going to kill this virus. Last thing I want to ask you is, what are you telling your clients? How long does this coronavirus live? I mean, I've heard it's not terribly, it's kind of wimpy, isn't it?
I've heard it's pretty fragile. I try not to stray into an area where I know I'm not the expert. So if I'm not the expert, I don't give the answer, but I do tell them that I have read on the internet and heard experts on TV and medical professionals talking about it's a very fragile, delicate virus. It's actually very easy to clean because it's a virus instead of bacteria, like E. coli and Salmonella, much harder to clean. And sanitize surfaces with those on it. And so I always defer to the medical profession, the CDC and the FDA for proper guidelines. We refer to the CDC guidelines for cleaning homes and offices.
All of yours. That's
well time with disinfectants. So I'm not the expert there. I don't try to answer that question, but I do know it's a fragile virus, and it's much easier to clean than something else, some other outbreak that we have seen in this country.
Yes. It's just that it's so easily transmittable. That's the problem we're having.
It's easily transmittable, and simple cleaning is the best defense. Regular hand washing. I would absolutely make typed up tent cards that says, please wash your hands, and ask your visitors to wash their hands as soon as they enter. Yes, they sanitize before they came in the home. This is what our aides at our cleaning company are required to do right now. They are to sanitize their hands before entering any home because our customers need us.
Right.
Then when they enter the home, they are to wash their hands with warm soapy water. They are to sanitize the handles of their vacuum, their mop, and their caddy before starting the work. And they're supposed to, they've agreed to wash their hands upon exiting. There's no reason why you can't ask your guests
To do
to do
that.
the same. Please wash your hands as soon as you enter my home with warm soapy water provided for you.
Absolutely. It's a simple thing to do, and it's cleanliness that we really need to pay attention to again. Once again, thank you, Debbie,
Absolutely.
so much. We're going to do this again. You are an absolute treasure of information, and I think it's going to really help the real estate community to know that this is how you can handle showings in this
I think
time.
I think this is going to help people, you know, take viruses, cleaning, transmittal of flu bugs much more seriously than maybe we've done in the past. I think it's going to up level all of us to be more on our game to keep each other healthy and safe. And when you're ready, we could actually hold a webinar for realtors together, you and I, and we'll teach them some of these techniques if they need the additional help. So let's help these real estate agents just go out and dominate the market safely and healthy, because people can't stop moving if that's required during, you know, even critical times.
Absolutely. And we're not going to stop selling homes.
Of course not. And we're not going to stop cleaning because people need us now more than ever.
More than ever. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and we'll talk later.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.